What is going on, everybody? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys a Friday NBA edition of my DFS podcast. I'm doing a free Guru credit code in this video. Like the video, subscribe, put my alerts on. I'm giving you guys 15 credits for my website to use later. A couple of rough days back to back. Last night we were actually crushing for a lot of the slate. Didn't really have any Suns exposure when I saw Bradley Beal was in. I know Booker was out, but that ended up hurting us with Kevin Durant and Eric Gordon. Grayson Allen getting like 14 assists. Kind of ridiculous. Pushed us out. All three lineups barely missed. Tough break, but we move on to today. Hopefully these 5 plays help you out. We do have some questionable guys out there, but we also have some good value due to injuries and, the trade deadline yesterday. So we'll get into things here. After the first couple of my plays, I'll give you that Guru credit code, and we'll move right into the video. So we have 4 games in the earlier wave and then 2 at 10 o'clock Eastern. Those last 2 games are really good games, tight spreads, high over-unders, competitive. It's just that, for the Pelicans at 10 o'clock Eastern, 10:30 actually, Zion and Valanciunas are questionable. We're most likely not going to get that news until late, which is going to be tough. AD and LeBron, I'm assuming, are questionable. I don't even know, but they don't have a questionable tag right now. They'll probably get one later this afternoon, though, because they love doing that. And then you have Caldwell Pope questionable for the Nuggets, and a couple of other things. Damian Lillard also a big questionable guy for the Bucks. So for point guard, I do like going to Jamal Murray at 8,800. His price is a little higher than we've seen, but it's a great matchup. It's borderline my favorite game on the slate. Maybe not for DFS, but just for, sheer NBA entertainment. Nuggets at Kings, 1-point spread, high over-under. Really, really good game. A potential playoff matchup for the future when we get to May. But I like Murray at 8,800. He's obviously the number 2 guy behind Jokic on this team. He's been playing really well as of late. Needs 44 fantasy points to hit value. He's been really consistent. He's been right around that number in 5 out of his last 6 games, while presenting 50 to 60 point upside. 50 plus in the last 2 games, so he's going well. He's going to play 35 to 38 minutes in this game. It's going to be competitive. Looks pretty good. We just got Tyrese Maxey questionable with an illness, which is crazy because he missed like a few games ago back to back. Like these 3 games he missed with an illness. He's played a lot. It's been a week, and now he has another illness. It's kind of wild. I don't know what's going on in Philly, but that's something we got to monitor now. Again, Damian Lillard questionable and DeJounte Murray questionable. Pretty big highlights for guards. If you wanted to go up to Trae Young, we'll get that DeJounte Murray news before lock because it's at 7 o'clock Eastern. If DeJounte Murray's ruled out, I might like Trae Young more than Jamal Murray at sub 10K. He'd obviously have all the usage in the world. Atlanta being on the road, I don't know what that spread is, but I'm assuming, especially if Tyrese Maxey's out, the Hawks will be favorited. They're 3.5-point favorites. That might go up if Maxey's out. But this game should stay close. It's got a huge over-under, so Trae Young would look really, really good if DeJounte Murray were to be ruled out. Shooting guard, this is just another filler spot, another uncomfortable value play just because his price isn't going up. That's Kevin Huerter. He's going to be starting. Like I said, I like this Nuggets and Kings game a lot. He's going to play a bunch of minutes. Now, he hasn't been producing all that well, but he's also been pretty good. He's gotten to value, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of his last 8 games at 5,500. He was like 6,300, so 5,500 looks pretty good. He's fully solidified as a starter. Throughout this season, he was coming off the bench. He wasn't playing a lot of minutes, but he's past that. He's got full starters minutes on the Kings here. Can play shooting guard and small forward. Other values might pop up. He's not like a must play by any means, but if you need a guy in the 5K range, Huerter is looking pretty good to me. He's got upside. He can, get mid-30s in fantasy points like he did, 3 games in a row about a week ago. So I don't hate him. I don't love him. Just the guy to be looking at, especially if you fall into that 5 to 6K range. More of like a last guy in. But he's a good value piece for tonight. But things can always open up, as I always say. But as of right now, Herder looks pretty good. Going over to my website for those credits, go to my shop page. You got to be signed in. These credits get you all my content, my FanDuel and DraftKings lineup. For cash and GPP. I also do a hybrid FanDuel. Go to the shop page. There's a coupon barcode where you put in this code, and this is where you buy your usual credits. Type in the date, Feb 9, Friday. I think that's what it is. That should be right. Feb 9, Friday, all caps, and then hit apply coupon, and you'll get 15 credits automatically uploaded into your balance. It takes about 2 to 5 seconds for the page to reload itself, and you'll see your balance get those credits. Again, just like this video and subscribe. I appreciate you guys, and looking to start off this Super Bowl weekend on a very high note. Been a couple of very frustrating NBA slates the last couple of days, but let's get after it tonight. Let's get into our small forward play here. There's always one play in my video that I forget I do. Who was it at small forward? I feel like he was kind of like a middle tier guy. Jeez. Oh, that's right. He might be the best value play on the slate now. Eugene Omoruyi. Is that how you say it? I don't fucking know. But 4,200. He might be their starting center tonight. Now, I know the Celtics are like 17-point favorites. They're probably going to blow him out. His minutes are going to be, it doesn't matter. He's a young guy. I think if they're getting blown out, he's still going to see minutes regardless. They don't have another big tonight. They have Denny Advia, Kyle Kuzma, but they can't play the 5. I think Eugene can. The reason why they don't have a 5 is Marvin Bagley's hurt. They just traded Daniel Gafford to the Mavericks, and they got Richaun Holmes, but Holmes is not ready to go for tonight because of the trade being pending right now. So, in terms of FanDuel, there's not a single Washington center available. And then for power forward, you got Kuzma, Advia, and then you got Anthony Gill. But Eugene is going to play before Anthony Gill does because he's their young guy, and they want to see him get some run. 4,200. We saw him get run for the first time against the Suns a couple of days ago. 23 minutes, 41 fantasy points. So he almost hit value in 12 minutes last game. So if we can project him out for 20 to 25 minutes tonight, he should be a fantasy point per minute easily, as we've seen. He's been a fantasy point and a half, 1.5 fantasy point guy over the 2 games, the last couple of games. So he looks really good. He might find his way in the starting lineup. Maybe the value play of the slate. I can't really picture them. They might do something weird and start like Advia at center. We're going to have to wait to see that starting lineup. Hopefully we get it before lock. But even if he didn't start, he'll come off the bench. The Wizards are so shorthanded in the front court. He looks like a really, really good value play. Power forward, we're going to stay cheap again. Now, I know Damian Lillard's questionable. I'm going to assume that Chris Middleton is out tonight. We don't have any word on him. He got ruled out yesterday with an ankle injury, and I think this ankle injury is a bit more serious than what they've said. So it's a back-to-back. He didn't play last night. I can't see him playing tonight. Another reason being they're playing the Hornets. They're like 15-point favorites. Why would you force Middleton back into the lineup? I don't think he's going to play tonight. We'll see. He doesn't even have an injury designation as of right now. But if that's the case, Lillard or no Lillard, it doesn't matter for Jay Crowder. He's going to start, and we saw him cook. He's played 37 to 40 minutes over the last 3 nights. Now, this was a big reason why we lost last night. I completely faded Jay Crowder, and I probably shouldn't have at 4,600. He was very high owned. 37 minutes last night, 41 fantasy points. We can't expect him to do that again, but we can expect him to play big minutes and get around 22 to 24 fantasy points, which is what we need for him to hit value tonight. So he looks really good. He can play power forward and center, power forward and small forward on FanDuel. And again, if somehow Middleton is in tonight, obviously Crowder would not be a play. But assuming that he's out, Crowder looks like he's going to be starting once again and playing big minutes for the Bucks. And then for center, I really like Alperen Şengün against the Raptors tonight at 9,200. If you have the money to spend up, he looks really, really good with no Fred VanVleet again. For center, I like Poeltl, though. If I wanted to get a cheaper guy in this video just to help you guys out for value, Poeltl's going up against Şengün tonight. They look, both of them look really good. 6,700, his price has gone up a little bit, but it's nice to see that he played 33 regulation minutes against the Hornets last game. We can expect him to play 30 to 34 minutes tonight, and he's a fantasy point per minute kind of guy. Seeing good usage, he's a double-double machine. Needs 32 fantasy points to hit value. He's been right around that the last 3 games. He looks really good. I think my top 2 guys are the guys going against each other tonight. This Rockets and Raptors game looks good. It's a tight spread, a high over-under. Şengün and Poeltl, head-to-head, I'll probably get exposure to both of them throughout my lineups tonight. Looks really, really good. If you can spend up, go to Şengün. If you need to save some money, Poeltl looks good yet again. That'll do it for this video, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Again, like the video, pop in that Guru credit code on my site, and let's have a nice night and bounce back to start our weekend. Until next time, I am the FD Guru. Peace.